Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions regarding this watch. Today we discuss a model launched in 2023, but which has deep roots dating back to the early 1990s. From the Calatrava collection, this is the Patek Philippe 6007G-001. So the case is that of the reference 5000, which originally bowed in 1993, but if you look at the bezel, if you look at the lugs, you can easily see the angularity and the strength of that original 5000 reference, which eventually went on to become the 6000, the 6006, and with the debut of the 6007 in steel for 2020, we got the modern version of the watch. That was a limited edition, the 2020 watch, but as of 2023, there are three versions of this watch in white gold. The 001 is yellow, or has yellow accents. The 10 is red, and the 11 is blue. So this is the 001, and it has this lovely combination of white and black and yellow on its dial. It's a mighty machine. Though 40 millimeters in diameter, it wears a little bit larger. It's not thick at 9.4 millimeters thick, and it's 48.4 from lug to lug with a broad 22 millimeter spacing in between the lugs. On my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, it wears large. I would say that this is more like a 42. It's a watch that I can wear on a 16 centimeter circumference wrist, but I don't think I'm exaggerating to say that I think this is the lower limit. If your wrist were any smaller, those lugs would be out beyond the edge of your wrist, and for me, that's a no-go, at least on a conventional watch. Taking a look at how it wears, again, the lugs are just inboard of the edge of my wrist, but it is thin. It will slide under a cuff, and it is a nice flat piece that's broad and saucer-like. The lugs have a lot of presence, but so does this strap. Anywhere you see this cross-hatching on the watch, whether the dial or the strap, Patek calls that a carbon pattern, undoubtedly a reference to woven carbon fiber. But it is leather, so don't be deceived. It is a sort of hot stamp. And then you can see we have folded edges, a contrasting stitch. This is a model-specific strap, which is not something we always see at Patek. There's a little bit of bolstering to give it volume, the folded edge, and then the bright orange calfskin on the bottom. And you can see it is a Patek strap in excellent condition. And then we have Patek's pull-tab spring bars to pop the strap off the case without a tool, and Patek's white gold spade-style pin buckle. Now this white gold is called gray gold. It is a type of white gold that's white all the way through and never needs to be rhodium plated. It's what Grubel, De Bethune, Rolex, JLC use. It's very uncommon to see rhodium plated white gold on a super premium watch anymore, so Patek is using gray gold. One feature I do love of this buckle, even though it's ubiquitous in Patek's collection, it has a spline down the center and facets on each side. That's the buckle. The lugs are super strong. You can see the case itself is not large, but the lugs have such a wingspan. And then there is a dramatic downward curvature at their edge, and I love how the case band wraps around the edge of the lug. The bezel is pushed right out to the edge of the case, very different from an inwardly stepped bezel, which is sometimes used to visually thin a fat, thick watch. This isn't a thick watch, so the bezel almost seamlessly mates with the edge of the case. It's domed, but very shallow. We have a little bit of a box section to the sapphire and then some camber, and then the Calatrava cross, which is the logo of the manufacturer. This is one of the best loomed Patek Philippe watches, and let's turn off the light. You can see that to good effect. It's almost a sports watch. The watch has a very sporty dial. It does differ a little bit from watches like the 5000 and the 6000 in that it doesn't have a small second sub-register off-centered, and unlike the 6000, for example, or 6006, it doesn't feature a pointer-style date. What it does have is that carbon pattern center, and then it has a combination of yellow, white, and black, and most of the black on the dial is of the matte black variety. And then the hands, as well as the numerals, are white golds. They won't tarnish or oxidize over time. We have this sort of staggered pattern of hash marks within the indices, and this was in other formats, in other brands, sometimes described as a racing dial because it looks like the checkered flag a little bit that is shown at the end of motor races. And so if you find speedmasters from the late 60s through mid-70s with this type of dial, it's often described as a racing dial. And for whatever reason, the 5000, the 6000, the 6006, they were always associated with driving and drivers. And especially in the era of the 6000 and later, often comparisons were made to the instruments on the dashboard of a vintage car. And I certainly do see a little bit of that, particularly in the radial positioning of the numerals, much like you would have on a speedometer. The watch does feature a modern Patek caliber, which means hacking seconds is part and parcel to the equipment. And then we have a quick set system, so you can rapidly cycle the date if you wish to do so. Turn it all over. The watch features a Patek Philippe 26330 SC, so it is the successor to the 324. The big difference here, though there are some architectural differences, the big difference is the addition of hacking. It is a unidirectional winder with ceramic bearings with a 45-hour power reserve. It features a 4 Hz beat rate, an anti-magnetic Spiromax silicon hairspring, and a 6-position adjusted free-sprung Gyromax style balance architecture. So the balance architecture is very shock resistant, but then also very easy to set precisely via the eccentric masses on the spokes of the balance wheel. Now as we move along, you can see the finishing is very fine. The 30 jewel movement has lovely narrowly spaced stripes, solarization on the barrel cover, engine turning on the base plate. You can see that the edges of the bridges feature rounded and mirrored anglage, started mechanically but finished capably by a handheld tool to create that mirrored shine and the rounded profile. We have screw heads that are mirror finished with chamfered slots and circumference. Some of the outlying hardware featuring satination. Then you can see, particularly adjacent to the rotor, some of the architectural differences between a 324 and a 26330. And then all this is water resistant down to 30 meters. A couple of interesting ways to think about that. I think of it as dress watch. Splashes if you're washing your hands, rain, but not submergence. Patek is now saying that 30 meters means 30 meters. Take them up on that promise. I'm just passing it on to you. I still would not swim with a 30-meter push-down crown watch like this. The other thing, too, is that every version of this watch was rated to run at least -3 + 2 seconds per 24 hours. And now Patek is saying the exact same watch with no mechanical changes can keep time to -1 + 2. So that is something you can realistically expect from a watch like this if it's worn regularly. Also important, the hairspring is not just anti-magnetic, but the latest version of the Spiromax hairspring is profiled with deep reactive ion etching, that is the fabrication method used since the beginning. And they're now able to shape the hairspring so that even though it's flat and thin like a flat hairspring, it still breathes concentrically like an overcoil. So in those 6 tested positions, it is going to keep time with isochronous operation, that is consistent timekeeping. You can really see those bevels, the stripes, the screws. This is a high-quality movement. We have circular Côte de Genève on the rotor, snailing on the edge, engine turning on the center. A good-looking movement, a very capable timekeeper. A wonderfully versatile watch that's not frumpy or stylistically limited or overly formal. Yes, it could be your dress watch, but it's also as sporty as you want it to be. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.